discussion on the different fields of bibliometrics. Should we?
जी सर, जी सर।
यस सर,
Okay. चलिए, तो ये शेयरिंग मैं अभी यहाँ से बंद कर रहा हूँ. And now we'll have a discussion on different fields of bibliometrics. So let me share the whole screen again. Entire. Share it. Let me go to that bibliometrics package again. Let me run the R. This BiblioShiny package. Here. Can you see my browser, guys?
Yes, we can.
Okay, perfect. Data import, let me import some file. And here, import raw file, Web of Science file I'll be importing. Let me browse it, and my export import data I'm going to import. Start. Now here the data is getting imported. We'll be having a discussion on each and every field now, one by one. Start. Okay, now complete data has been imported. Last time also we had a discussion, guys, that what's the meaning of it? It's a missing data table. Missing data table stands for what? That what are the datas, metadatas are missing that you have to take care of. Because when you present your paper anywhere, the editor or maybe the peer may be asking that what's the health of your data. It's simply like a body checking thermometer you are having, that what's the body temperature when you go to the doctor initially. And doctor first of all checks what? Your BP, your temperature, body temperature, and based on which you would decide that okay, whether you are a normal condition or something different is there. So this is a missing data table. It would give you an indication that what is the strength of metadata and which particular metadatas are missing. Editor, they would definitely ask you many a times. So be careful about saving it. How to save it? Just click on this report, then it will be getting saved into the report file. Or if you click on save, last time I would have shown you that when you click on save, in the document directory it is getting saved. I hope that you guys recall it. Should I show you again? Hello?
Show it again. Show it again.
Okay. So when I click on save, it will get saved over there. If I click on report, it will take 30 to 40 seconds sometimes. So I'm not going to click on report right now. Right. Save, I have done it. And still it is not coming there. Just a moment. Here the window will come when it is getting saved. Just a moment again. And let me show you where it is going to get saved. In the documents, here. In the documents here, it is going to get saved. It is already saved. But I think today there is some errors coming into the R. For what particular reason, I'll reinstall it. Here you can see this kind of tables will be saved. Now I think it's an older one. So let me delete it. But this kind of image file will be getting saved simply into your, it is here. It is here. Right. So this file already has been saved. You can see here. This is saved. Now, sometimes it takes more time based on the bugs or maybe some error coming over there. अच्छा, वहाँ पे शायद वो भी हो सकता है कि टुडे माई पीसी इज गेटिंग लेग्ड, तो लेगिंग की वजह से भी आर ने काम नहीं किया हो, ऐसा भी हो सकता है. सो बट बिफोर एंड विल ट्राई वंस अगेन. करेक्ट. सो आई होप दैट दिस पॉइंट इज क्लियर, that it would give the health of your data. If metadata is not complete, you will not be able to do the analysis properly, mind well. You will not be able to, detect the meaningful conclusion out of it. So it is very important for you to have a healthy metadata comparatively. Right? Yes. Now, in the metadata, there was one field over there. In just a moment, let me show you. Two fields I want to explain you. The one is a keyword. And second is here, you can see the keyword plus. Is there anyone who can say me what's the difference between these two? What's the difference between these two? Is there anyone who can say me? Keyword and keyword plus. Keywords are generally being given by the author. Some noise is coming. Somebody's microphone is on. Can you turn it off, please? Okay. Keyword is what? Keywords are selected by the author. When you write a paper, you are selecting certain keywords. Like when I would write a paper, I'll be using the word like an export, import, international business, international trade, somewhat like that. Keyword plus is what? It's a Clarivate given standard. Web of Science generates keyword plus. Keyword plus means the keyword frequently appearing into the title of a reference section of any article and not into that particular title, article's title. For example, that if any of the title has 20 references, 20 references है आपके article में. The paper that you selected or you are writing, there are 20 references. then the keyword plus would mean that these 20 references within 20 titles, I mean, how many times the keyword is being used, मतलब reference के अंदर keyword कितनी बार वो वाला use हुआ है. It is an indication for the same. So keyword and keyword plus both are a little bit different. And there is one word, science category, that is science citation index or the science citation index, or in which particular science category it is belonging. That is being given over here. Now let me go to the browser. One by one we'll be having the interpretation. The first we'll be starting with the filters, or let me show you with the information. Here it's a very powerful feature, but I'm yet to explore it. Biblio AI. What are the table has been generated, guys? If you want to have Google Gemini, right, AI detection and directly interpretation for the same, you can do it by the use of it. But API integration has to be done. How it has to be done, I'm yet to learn it. Supported file systems. In the Biblio Shiny, what kind of file systems are going to be supported? In the last session also, we had done a discussion for the same, and here also some basic hints and inputs are being given over here. So if you want to have it, you can just browse it. Done. Certain papers and other things are being given over here, but I'm going to give you getting it downloaded perfectly. How the Biblio Shiny, last time also somebody asked me a question that, sir, how this data is to be used? So here I have collected certain papers on the Biblio Shiny, you can see over here, right? Not this, in my laptop there are more than 20-25 papers. Fantastic papers. I have just downloaded. You can use it for understanding that how these things are to be used. Data means what? Input. For input purpose, this particular UI you are going to use API integration. At a coding level, you would require to have it, that API for the PubMed, API for this API integration. If you want to do it, then you can download and integrate into your system also. Merge collection for merging the data, as we discussed recently before starting it. But for two different data, I don't use this particular method. You can use it by clicking on browse and then exported, Excel files. But that code was not really working. This code was working, and I would have worked more than 30 times on this particular code. It is working fantastically. It is working very fine. Today only it has given some error, but we'll rectify it. Nothing to worry about it. Filters. If you want to filter it, that you want to, I imported maybe that different language paper also and blah blah kind of things, but I want to limit it to up to English only. I can do that. Choose English, click on apply. Obligation here. Suppose you exported the data from very old time till present. Here I have, exported the data from 1996 to 2025. But as you know, guys, in Symbiosis also, Patil sir also said that last 3 years only wasn't important. Let's take it as 5 years. Then if I just do it 2020, 2025, here, limit and apply the filter, data concerned with this 5 years only will be there into the analysis. Articles, you want to have it. Gray literature also you want to have it. No, I want to have an article only, so I'll be selecting articles. But when you export the data, guys, when you have limited, apply all these filters initially itself, then there is no need as such to apply these filters. I have exported over here all the gray literature and everything, and that's the reason you are in a condition to see it over here, the articles, article, book, chapter and everything. But suppose you have exported only the articles by selecting it over here in the Scopus, then the rest of the other fields will not be there. Are you getting my point? Hello?
Yes, very
Okay, perfect. Keep on speaking so that I can learn that, okay, you guys are there with me. Otherwise, I also will get confused. Anyways, overview now. First field.
We are there every moment.
Oh, great. Main information will be reflected over here. Since how long? 1996 to 2025. How many sources are there? 240 sources are there. Documents. How many documents are there? 500 documents. Annual growth rate of these documents has been given. Authors. How many authors are there in these documents? These many authors. क्योंकि एक पेपर के पीछे 4 author भी हो सकते हैं. There may be 4 authors, 5 authors also. Right? Single author कितने हैं? International co-authors कितने हैं? Co-authors per document कितने हैं? How many authors keywords? How many? And if you want to have it into the tabular format, you can have it like this also. Every information will be given, bibliometrics information as per your requirement. Right? So it is a kind of, main essence, main nectar of the complete database. Now, annual scientific production. Annual scientific production stands for what? Now, this particular document, a minute. In main information, I think one field is missing. Main information, okay. Document average age था एक कहाँ पे? Document average age. Is there anywhere? Can you see it, guys? Let me control F. DAA. It is here. It is here, guys. Document average age. What does it mean? What does it mean, guys? Document average age, it is an average time passed on since a document like an article or the journal or book chapter, whatever that you selected, was published or created. It is generally used in bibliometrics analysis to understand the maturity or the relevance of the research output, helping you guys to understand the age distribution of the collected document. कि कितने टाइम से ये कलेक्शन पूरा, इससे आपको एक आइडिया वो मिलेगा कि मेरी फील्ड की रिलेवेंस कितने टाइम से है, राइट? नाउ एनुअल इंफॉर्मेशन, दिस प्लॉट आई एम गोइंग टू शो यू. Annual scientific production, second field is here. Annual scientific production means what? Here you can see the graph. Now if you want to add it into the report now guys, first and last I'll show you. I click on it. देखो report add हो गया. Now where you can get a report you'll be able to get here at the last. You can see. And one field will be added, annual scientific production. And when you export it at last, in the Excel format it will be getting exported. Let me show you once so that it doesn't create any confusion. Okay, it is getting saved in download field. So I'll go to the download field. Let me open up again. Download field, it will be there, but only one report will be there because I have exported only one report. If there are multiple of reports I have exported one by one, then in different tabs into the Excel, this will be given. So you can see here, annual scientific production, right? Now I'll close it. I'll go back to this annual scientific production. What is the meaning of it? It gives you an insight that annually how many papers are being published or are there into some particular area. My area is what? Export import. So in export import, how many papers are there? It shows you a kind of things that how the researchers or the scholars at a world level are interested into this particular field and shows the awareness of the people also into this particular field. Giving you a trend कि किस तरह से मेरा डोमेन आगे बढ़ रहा है. Correct? So it is just only the overview idea for the same. If you want to download this PNG file, you can do that from here also. But needless to do, if you are exported into the report format, nothing to worry about it. Average citations per year. What does it mean? कितने citations आपके topic के ऊपर मिल रहे हैं? To select, and now it is going to help you as a researcher guys to select those areas in which the citations are increasing year by year. Year by year, citations are, for example, citations are decreasing like this. Graph is coming down. Then would you choose this domain for research purpose? Probably no. Ultimately, after research, what you are expecting? Citations. Citations are what? Citations are all nothing but the kind of impact that your research is going to create into the domain. So everybody is craving behind the citations. If you want to get it into the tabular format, you can have it like this also. So if the graph is decreasing, you should not be going for that particular research. हाँ, अभी तो हमारे लिए क्या है, कोई भी जो मिलता है ना, क्योंकि हमें तो 2 पेपर करना है ना भाई. So but after some years, when you are a seasoned researcher guys, it is good for you to go for the analysis part first of all, that whether it is increasing trend or whether it is decreasing trend, right? So average citations per year, then is a 3-fold graph. अच्छा, average में कुछ बाकी रहा है. It is PNG format only. Okay. Let me stop it. 3-fold graph. This graph you must have seen into different papers. Everywhere this graph is being narrated. Yeah, this is the graph. Here, left and right and other fields you can change as per your requirement. For example, left field is what? Here it is, left field is references. Middle field is what? Authors. And right field is what? Keywords. Suppose I want to change it. Instead, I want to have it over here in the midfield, for example, the keywords or maybe the country, to get an idea that this particular topic is being researched in which particular country. And if it is there, yeah, country is here. I would select country. So new graph will be plotted over there and you will be getting the countries in the mid part. So you guys can understand that my research is being done maximum into which particular country. You can see here, country. Now, if I want to change it to author, for example, in country and then rather than references, I want to use the author. Which authors are prominent into my field, my domain, my research area. I can select that even and click on this. I'll be getting the complete idea that which are the prominent authors in which countries particularly. So country to author relationship with the last is what? Right field graph keyword with the keyword. What particular keyword they are researching. Right. So all this information, if I want to have it right, country मैंने पहले ले लिया, for example यहाँ पे author लिए और यहाँ पे keyword लिए, then also it is going to practically possible and you can shift the graph also. You can see here. Right. कौन से कीवर्ड है देखो, मैक्सिमम पीपल आर यूजिंग द इंटरनेशनल बिजनेस, राइट, ग्लोबलाइजेशन, देन हियर दिस काइंड ऑफ डिफरेंट कीवर्ड्स indication has been given. Suppose it is very clumsy for me and I want to limit it to 10 numbers or 5 numbers. What I'll be doing? I'll be decreasing it to 5. Let me put it 5, right? Author, again 20 or 5. Let it be more number. Here you can see. Again, this also I want to decrease. You can do that even. Go here and select 5 here, 5, 5, 5 plots, so that you will be able to get the clear idea about top 5 people, top 5 researchers, top 5 countries and blah blah kind of things. See here. Clear? Now sources. Sources means what? First is most relevant sources. Let me run it. It would give you an idea that which are the prominent journals. It shows me the journal which are publishing the more papers into my particular field. Simple. I am into the export-import field. So it will give me an idea that maximum number of papers are being published into which particular journal on the topic that I've selected right now, based on my database especially. If you want to make it table-wise, you can go over here. Table-wise also it is going to be available to you. If you want to export it into the Excel, you can do that. If you want to export it into the report, let me show you as in the report part. So if I click on report, it is getting generated, and if I go there, you'll be able to see that one additional field, second field is there, most relevant sources and most relevant sources. Oh, 2 times it is there. By mistake, I would have clicked 2 times. Export report, and it will be getting exported. Again, let me show you, it will be having 2 tabs rather than one single. Right. Has it been exported or not? Oh, it is there. Replace it. Let me replace it. Here it is, 2 reports. The first is annual citations and most relevant sources in the tabular format and in the graphical format. In both the ways it has been given over here. If I save another report also, then third tab will be there. Gradually then tabs will keep on increasing. Simple. Right. Now let me go to the sources. कहाँ थे हम लोग? Sources में थे ना? Most relevant sources. Okay. Now most local cited sources. Most local cited sources means what? Local, whenever the word is then biblioshiny, na? Take it only one thing. What? It would mean that within the database. Within the database, which are the most prominent cited sources. It means within the database, which are the most cited papers. Right. So this is most cited, maximum, you can see here. Now, if you are writing your paper on this domain and you are not having a citation of this paper, would it be acceptable, guys? Tell me yes or no. If you are not having a citations, suppose I am writing something on export-import and it is not having an indication, these are the stalwart papers. Right, these citations are most relevant. Table also in the tabular format. Are you with me, guys?
Yeah, but the citation is necessary.
Pardon?
Citations are necessary.
Yeah, in the paper we are writing it, na? Citation compulsory.
Yeah.
Inline citations API, we are taking it all the time. Suppose I want to export it into the report, and the Excel shows that particular, there will be third field. I want to just have the PNG file exported. Then I can click on over here. So that will export me the PNG file. Now, Bradford's law. This is very much in detail and very much confusing and complex also. I'll send you certain good material concerned with this. Bradford has proposed this particular law. Also, it is known as the law of scattering. What does it mean? It describes the how information or specific journals, articles is distributed across the different journals. Bradford said that journals in the field can be divided into three parts. Journal को तीन part में divide कर दो. This is core, you can see here. Core sources, second zone and third zone. Bradford said that if you divide it into three parts, each about with 1/3 of the articles, about 1/3 will be divided into all these three. Then core part will be having the few journals. Second zone will be having more journals, and the third zone will be having the bulk of journal. हमारी इकोनॉमी भी ऐसा ही है ना. If you divide the people into three segments, then who are the richest one will be very few handful people. Mid part, a little less, and having an average income of the poor will be very large quantity. So Bradford said the same thing. Number of journals will be in the ratio of 1:n square. Now it is comparatively, it would take me a very long time, half an hour for this to let you understand, but simply try to understand that the ratio of the journal is having 1:n square proportion. What does it mean and how it is going to be used? उसका एक मैंने इग्नू का मटेरियल भी डाउनलोड किया है. आई विल बी शेयरिंग विथ ऑल ऑफ यू गाइस इग्नू मटेरियल दैट हाउ दिस द लॉ ऑफ स्कैटरिंग इज वर्किंग. पूरा 14 पेज का चैप्टर है उसमें इग्नू में. And that would really give you a complete detailed insight that how this law of scattering or the Bradford's law is working. The number of journals in each zone is roughly, what I said, the proportion 1:n square. It means what? That the number of journals in zone 2 will be approximately n times the number of journals in zone 1. And number of journals in zone 3 will be approximately n square times to the number of journals into the zone 1. इससे क्या होगा? Whenever you have something, mathematical formula, it can be used for prediction purpose. The total number of journals, how many are there, containing papers, and उससे आप core journal कितनी है, mid zone की journal कितनी है, all these things you can identify. But that equation and formulas and everything that I'll be sharing with you guys into that IGNOU material, right? There is source of local impact. Local, again, whenever the word is there, let me click on here so that you will be able to get that graph. Local, wherever the word is there within the database, that is, within the database, which are the prominent journals. So you can see here within the database that you exported, which are the prominent journals. This report will be given over here. If you want to limit it based on H index, G index, M index, like that also you can do the filtering based on that. Or maybe on the base of number also you can have it. Rather than 10, I want to have it 5 only. You can have it, right? Suppose my database contains 80 journals and 157 authors. So, source local impact means that within this particular database, which are the prominent journals. Now, next is source production over the time. Let me click on over here. You can see here, इसमें भी काफ़ी बार दिक्कतें आती है. मुझे मान लो इसमें I want to filter out, for example, only one. Let me try once again. कि एक ही मेरे को देखना है ना, तो कभी कभी वो वर्क कर जाता है, कभी कभी वर्क नहीं करता है. देखो अभी नहीं वर्क किया. एक ग्राफ देखो एलिमिनेट हो रहा है ना. कैन यू सी इट? वन ग्राफ. बट sometimes when I click on over here, I'll be getting only one graph and rest of the graph will get eliminated so that I can see only one graph. Green one is there. कभी कभी आगे हो भी जाएगा. I'll show you into different other graphs also. But anyways, what does it mean exactly? Sources production over the time. It indicates that how any journal has evolved. In which particular year, in this domain, they have published how many papers and all these things. How the journal has maximized its production over the period of time. You can see here, this journal. Journal name is what? Journal of the Teaching in International Business. How many papers are there into this year? You can see here. So it's an evolution, you can call it as, that journal. Before this 2004, it was having 0. Almost all the journals, you can see here. Almost everyone has started after 2004 itself. Right, so you can see the evolving of those journals that after which particular year they have started evolving. Use is what? On the basis of their behavior of taking up an article. If you come to know that this journal has been publishing just only 15 articles, so already 15 articles has been published, so needless to put your article into that journal if you get an information like this, right? Now the authors, guys, most relevant authors. Most relevant authors means what? That who is the contributing, who are the stalwarts? Maximum number contribution has been given by that which particular person. जब आप thesis भी लिखोगे, when you're going to write your paper, guys, without the stalwarts, if you're going to be there, probably it might be rejected. So you have to be careful in identification of the stalwarts into your domain, that who is the most contributing author into your area. It helps very much into passing your thesis or maybe your paper also. Most local cited authors. Some noise is coming. Okay. Now, most local cited authors, we have discussed on it. So let me just. Okay, nahi, local cited authors baki hai, right? Local cited authors means what? Who has received the maximum citations in within the database. This database that you have imported, guys, within this database, who is the author who has got the maximum number of citations, right? Now, author's production over time. You can see here which author has done a production from which particular year to which particular year. जितना dark color होगा ना, the darker the color means more is prominent that author is into that particular year. You can see here in this year, 2020, this author has given the maximum number of citations. And maximum number of production has been given by that person. And he has started from that year only. On the first year, पहले ही दिन पिच पे आने के तुरंत उसी दिन से चौका और छक्का मारना चालू कर दिया. This author is consistent. This author is more consistent. शेनकर ओ कौन से साल से चालू किया है देखो आप यहाँ 2000 राइट. ये थोड़ा कट हो जा रहा है, एक मिनट, ये क्यों ऐसा आ रहा है? No, it's okay. 2004 he has started. Shankar has started from 2004 and consistently till 2023 he has been writing, but intermittently, not continuously. Then he has written into maybe 2009 and then he has written into 2011 and then into, but he's prolonged consistently. After few years he has been writing, right? Now, what are the citations or what is the output of this author? You can just hover it and you can get the information concerned with that how many articles he has published into this particular year. Simple. So here is 2011 and article 1. Just only one article have been published by him. Now, Lodka's law. Here is. If you have a less number of data, na, you will not get this Lodka's law. If you have more number of data, I'll show you after the end of our sessions. I have my another data also exported. When I imported that data into it, it didn't give me a Lodka's law. But when I imported this export-import related data having a more than 500 record into it, I could get a Lodka's law. What does it mean? It describes how the number of authors published. ये आया कब था? लगभग 1926 में this was given and since then it is being used into different areas of research. It describes what? How the number of authors published and the certain number of articles is related to the number of authors publishing in a single article. Now यहाँ पे आप देखोगे ना percentage of authors and document written. Here, if percentage of authors increases, यहाँ पे जैसे increase होगा ना, तो document written कम होता जाएगा. It gives a frequency of publication by authors. Authors की frequency किस तरह से बढ़ रही है, घट रही है, इसका भी आपको एक material में दूंगा. It is quite into in depth. उसका एक equation भी उन लोगों ने दिया है, xn into y is equal to c के format में, that you can have it. एग्जाम्पल एक छोटा सा दे रहा हूँ. फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ 60% ऑफ ऑथर्स इन अ रिसर्च एरिया पब्लिश वन आर्टिकल, हम सब लोग मिलके मान लो उसमें से हम 10, 12, 15 जो भी है, 60% ऑफ ऑथर्स वी आर पब्लिशिंग इनटू वन पर्टिकुलर एरिया ओनली. देन अबाउट 20%, दैट इज 1/2 into 2 somewhat, 2 square, that is 1/4. 20% of the authors would be expected to publishing 2 articles, and about 11%, that is 1/3/2. 3/2, that is 3 into 3, that is 9, means 1/9. कितना हुआ? 1/9 is equal to approximately 11% would be publishing 3 articles. तो आर्टिकल पब्लिशिंग का रेशियो आपको जानना है ना, किस तरह से वो उसका प्रोग्रेस वगैरह हो रहा है. देन दिस लॉडकास लॉ इज गोइंग टू बी हेल्पफुल टू यू. आई विल सेंड यू वन मटेरियल कंसर्न विद दैट. You can dip into that what it gives, and trust me on this Lodka's law and Bradford's law, there has been completely articles written onto it. So if you want to write a paper on this 2 topics, you can choose it for your domain, right? But detail में आपको उसमें जाना पड़ेगा फिर. And concerned with that material, I'll be sharing with you. Authors local.
यहाँ भी क्वेश्चन है चौड़ा गिल.
हाँ.
हमने तो पाठशाली लिए थे ना, तो उसी डेटा का आ रहा है ये एनालिसिस कि ये पूरा मीन्स यूनिवर्स में रहते हैं
500 का ही it will be based on our 500 records that we have imported. Now author's local impact, it would give you the authors all over influence within a particular group, and it is based on H index, G index and all these things. इससे पहले वाला जो था ना, that was not based on that. Let me show you here H index. If you want to see it on the basis of G index, then also you can have it. M index, total citations based on that. If you want to have it, the impact of that particular author in this database, then you can have it based on these indices too. Report आपको चाहिए, report आप export कर लो यहाँ से, finish. So author's local impact is like that. Global impact जब भी होगा ना, that is author's impact out of this particular database also. Then affiliations. Here, this author has authors. Then affiliations you can see here. Then countries. These three fields are there. We have finished the first one. Now we are into the second one, affiliations. Suppose Ajay ji is going to do some affiliation with the author into Dubai, maybe into the Singapore, maybe into some other country. So relevant affiliations, wherever you have it, you can have an input or idea concerned with that. That which particular institution author is contributing maximum into this particular domain. Here you can see affiliations, University System of Ohio. इससे दूसरा फायदा क्या हो सकता है? जैसे कि आपको you want to publish into some particular journal which is having 2 lakh rupees publication cost, 3 lakh rupees, 4 lakh rupees. Then you can try to search those kind of authors into those kind of universities, guys, which are publishing maximum into your domain, and you can tie up with them. In India, even the IITs don't have that much fund to pay for publication purpose 3 lakh rupees, 4 lakh rupees, somewhat like that. But if you tie with the foreign universities or foreign researchers, guys, in that case, they may be bearing the cost part of it. साजिद सर ने भी हमें पढ़ाया ही था ना कुछ ethics के बारे में इसके oriented. Poor countries are being capitalized based on that. कि research हम लोग करते हैं, खाली वो लोग fund देते हैं and then the open access journal में उनका publication आ जाता है. Kind of things we had discussed in those days when the Sajid sir was teaching us. So you can get the information about that. Most relevant affiliations from here. कहाँ गया नीचे? Most relevant affiliations and affiliations production over time. Wait a minute. ऊपर एक मिनट थोड़ा hang हुआ. Affiliations production over the time. Okay, click on here. And you will be able to get this graph. इसमें भी थोड़ा हर बार देखो इसमें फिर से try करते हैं कि can I get only one graph. देखो अभी हो गया. Can you see it, guys? Suppose I want to see only one graph. I clicked over here and I could get only one graph. कभी कभी नहीं होता है, कभी कभी हो जाता है. I don't know why it is happening. क्योंकि ये सब complex होता है ना. You won't be able to see all the graphs. मैं फिर से कर रहा हूँ. And you want to see only one graph. Then clicking on this. अभी नहीं हुआ फिर से. हाँ अभी हो गया. देखो डबल क्लिक किया मैंने अभी तो हो गया. So that eliminating the rest of the all the graphs, you can just use that this graph WhatsApp progress report onto it. एक मिनट ये बीच में क्या आ गया? ये कैसे बंद करना है? ये विंडो कैसे बंद करते हैं? कुछ आइडिया गाइस? बीच में क्यों खुल रहा है? Okay, it's gone. It's gone now. So all the countries affiliation production over the time. University System of Ohio, how they have done a production, in which year, up to this, you can see here. Up till maybe 2003, this university has given nothing. But after that, gradually it is getting increased. And now, what's the graph? You can see here. This university is topmost onto this domain, Ohio University. So I'll be searching for somebody from this particular university for getting it tied up. Now, countries. Based on the countries also, you can do the analysis. In just a moment. Here, I click on this.
basically Chawda ji, basically this is a research paper statistics in graphical form in various
Yes. And how it is to be presented, I'll be showing into my laptop. Or I'll be exporting this data from my pen drive. I'll be taking into my desktop because laptop में recording नहीं हो रहा है. यहाँ पर recording हो रहा है तो दूसरे problem आ रहा है.
yeah,
Right? So I'll be taking all the papers and then how it is being presented. Last Sunday or second last Sunday when we took a session, तिवारी जी की वाइफ ने पूछा था शायद मैडम ने, भाभी जी ने पूछा था ना संजय भाई कि इसको प्रेजेंट कैसे करना है. हेलो
correct.
संजय भाई, आर यू देयर विद द क्लास?
Yeah,
So at that point of time, I said that then you have to read. सनाउल्लाह ने भी वही बोला था कि पेपर पढ़ने पड़ेंगे. We'll have to read the papers. So I have taken the bunch of papers along with me that can be used for presentation purpose. that how it is being presented. All these graphs are presented. I've seen it. Now here's corresponding authors countries. Corresponding authors countries, there are two signs given over here. You can see the MCP and SCP. MCP stands for the multiple country publications. That is the indication or the indice for the inter-country collaboration. एक ही कंट्री के अंदर मैं संजय भाई के साथ पेपर लिखता हूँ, अजय भाई के साथ पेपर लिखता हूँ. So SCP will be applied. MCP means a multi-country. That inter-country means what? The research paper where the authors belong to different countries. मतलब रॉय साहब वहाँ पे है तो उनके साथ मैं कुछ पेपर लिख रहा हूँ, then it is going to be the MCP. But SCP will be referring to the single country publications. Like I'm going to write a paper with any of the researcher into India only. Then it is going to fall under the SCP. If I click on here, I'll be given this graph. If I click over here, I can get that graph too. Simple. Right? So multi-country, cross-country, collaboration, if it is there, we can get the idea concerned with that from this particular graph. Now, country scientific production. Next is, country scientific productions. ग्राफ ये नीचे चला जाता है, इसको ऊपर क्लिक करना पड़ता है. Let it get displayed. Oh, why it is not coming? Yeah, it is here. You can see the darker the color is there, guys, means more number of productions are there. You can see the number of documents, 222. Canada, 39. China in export import. Now this database exported is what concerned with? Export import from Scopus. Sorry, from Web of Science, I think. China is the 84. Here, Australia, 75. So based on country also, in UK, I think still it is more, 145, small country, but still having more research into this domain, in this topic. So the darker the country is there, more number of production the country is giving. Now here, country's production over time.
But here, one more thing, the country-wide problems will be different. Like
No, I have problem definition I have taken initially itself when I sorted out data, na Ajay bhai.
Okay.
When you sorted the database, when you filtered it here, Ajay bhai, you defined the problem, na Baba. That what do you want to do? Exim, for example, suppose corruption. Second thing I'm going to take and suppose I'm going to take it as a corruption. So all the papers that I'm going to export will be concerned with the corruption and export import, these two keywords. Simple. So export import and corruption, based on these two terms, I will be having this country list. Right? Clear?
Yeah.
So export import and corruption, then in that case, I'll be having these countries having a maximum number of research countries production over the time. You can see here which country has been doing a production since how long. Even though USA is standing tall, you can see here, but USA has started the research onto this domain after 2004 somewhat. You can see here the graph is increasing from here only, otherwise it was stagnant more or less. And before 1997 almost zero, nobody was doing a research onto it. Right? Suppose I want to see only with this graph. फिर से हम लोग ट्राई करते हैं. देखो अभी ये चला जा रहा है. इसका कोई क्लू है कि क्या? हाँ देखो अभी हो गया. I can see here. Right? Now let me refresh it. And I want to see only this graph.
One more thing.
Colors are same. You can see here United Kingdom, 1 minute, and China. I cannot identify. I cannot differentiate. So what I'll be doing? China. But if I double click, I think it should get reflected. Yeah, देखो China का पूरा आ गया. I can see the graph individually also here. हाँ जब बोलिए.
चावड़ा जी, सपोज अभी इसमें से एक प्रेजेंटेशन हमको बराबर लगा, that we wanted to take it to publication. Then how to download means this?
Here ना, you can download this file also here directly from here. See.
हाँ, अच्छा, आपने जो बताया था वो. हाँ, वो that graph I will be able to download.
Yeah, and if you add it into the report ना अजय भाई, see.
It will
get it okay.
You're saying.
Report. Then in report it will be added. Simple. See. In the Excel sheet, one new tab will be added concerned with countries production over the time. Simple.
Sure. Okay.
Right?
Yes. Because here we will explore 3-4 ways, and then consulted by our supervisor, then we will eliminate something or we again explore.
Database जो भी है ना, see, whenever you do all these things ना जय भाई, you keep saved your database. Simple. Correct. Here is my database. कहाँ गया?
Yes.
So that suppose another query is being raised by them. See, this is my core database, right? I can make another folder over here. For example, output or report, right? And I'll be exporting my all the reports over here. That Excel file will be exported over here. I'll keep on saving, I think, right? So what I'll do then, I'll cut this file, final file, and we'll put it into my report folder. Simple. Yes, second time also, suppose you have to do, see, whenever I refresh this window, I think in last session you were absent. If I refresh the window now, all the bibliometric analysis that I've done will vanish. Nothing you will to see.
Correct.
Now, by mistake, suppose you have not kept this database with you, Ajay bhai, you will be in trouble.
Yes.
This database has to be saved by you. Simple. So that second time also, if you want to do the analysis, you will be able to do it. Right? Now,
Yes.
most cited countries. Let me click on here. कहाँ चला गया यार? Most cited countries. Here it is the graph concerned with that. Most cited country, USA is the most cited country into this domain based on my database. United Kingdom, second one. Australia, the third one. How it is going to be helpful for you, even for the collaboration purpose? Find out some researcher from USA and not from Italy, which is list into your hierarchy. So what is better for you? To find some researchers into the UK, Australia, or maybe best is the USA, so that you can also get the maximum number of citations, because people are hitting more onto the researchers from this country. Correct? So that is most cited country. Now document. Next is documents is, first is documents, most global cited documents. What does it mean, guys? Which document is globally the most cited out of these documents that you have exported? Here it is, this document. This article has been cited the most. In tabular format, you can get it like this, and you have to filter it. And if you want to go to the document also, guys, directly from DOI, you click it over here, and if it is open access, then you'll be able to get that document also. If it is not open access, through your library also you can get it. Right? So most prominent document being cited, you can get it from here. Most local cited document from this database, which is the document which is most cited, that also you can get it from here. अब ये Biblio AI जो है ना guys, this is very good thing, but yet to explore by me. With the use of this, guys, you can get the meaning of this complete plot, table and everything in the Word format properly. It will write for you, and then you can take it into your paper, in your article, into your thesis, that what's the meaning of this particular graph. Here, the interpretation has to be done by you, na? Who is going to do the interpretation? You. But through the use of AI, directly the interpretation will be given to you, and that interpretation you can then use it. Paraphrasing certainly, yeah? Not directly like that. Paraphrasing, you can put it into your paper, in your thesis also. Now, cited references. Cited references. First is most local cited references. Here you click. Every time आपको click करना ही पड़ेगा. Most local cited references. Now guys, initially when I taught you about the exporting this database, I said you what? Rather, select all fields. In Web of Science also, guys, select all fields with citations. Should I show you? Should I?
Yes, please. Or yes, please.
Let me. आज सब सोए हुए लगते हैं.
No, we are there.
तो नहीं engrossed हैं.
Hmm?
Engrossed.
अच्छा, engrossed everybody. Okay, good.
एक चीज छूट ना जाए.
Okay, great. See here, suppose I'm going to put a word again, eczema, right? All fields I search over here. Since we have an access with the Web of Science, Clarivate, we can see this document field. Otherwise, this document section will be disabled for us, right? I'm going to click on this, and I'll be getting this 495, when I want to export it, guys, from Web of Science, चलो हम लोग BibTeX से करते हैं ना, BibTeX लेते हैं. Here, what I was used to say, don't use author, title and source. Use full record and citations, cited references. If you don't take this now, guys, then you may be facing a problem over here in this field. और स्टार्टिंग का जो हमने ग्राफ भी देखा था ना, इनिशियल ग्राफ, which I am saying, just a moment, let me show you. Document, where is it? Missing data table वाला ग्राफ जो देखा था ना हमने. If you miss it, then your data may be looking somewhat with so many red flags over here. So better is what? Better is to have it here, the full record. Clear, guys?
Yes, yes.
Hello? Okay. Now, most local cited references means what? Most local cited references, and इसको आपने फुल रेफरेंस एक्सपोर्ट नहीं किया हो ना, तो नीचे वाला जो स्पेक्ट्रोस्कोपी है ना, उसमें भी एरर आएगी. लोकल मीन्स व्हाट? अगेन सेड दैट इनटू द डेटाबेस which references are most locally cited. It would give the indication concerned with that reference spectroscopy. Let me click on here. It is giving you two graphs. Topmost 3 on this graph and topmost 3. इसका इंटरप्रिटेशन अभी भी मुझे थोड़ा डाइसी है. अभी मैं उसके बारे में डिटेल में जा रहा हूं. But this RPYS, sometimes it is going to be given as RPY also. It is a referenced publication year spectroscopy. It is recently introduced into this BiblioShiny, I think. And this method is used to analyze the historical roots of research and groups or the institutions. Now next is what? Most global cited, कौन सा था नीचे? तो ये ऊपर चला जाता है ना, फिर पता ही नहीं चलता. हाँ, word. Most frequently used words. Which words are being frequently used into your research? Management and this database. Now what this would do? This would read all the paper, and out of all the papers, first of all the papers, all the words will be bifurcated, would be stored into a string, will be divided, and the words will be counted by the software, our software. And then maximum used word will be given in all this paper, even though my paper is concerned with the EXIM or export import. Maximum number of word being used is not EXIM manual, it is management, it is knowledge, it is preference, impact, and blah blah kind of things. Word cloud. This is very prominently being used into our research papers. Management, knowledge, impact. This word cloud format will be given over there. It can be cited into the tree map format also. Vertical word line थी ना जो. And this you will be able to see into many papers, guys. Management, 53 times used. That's a 7% has been occupied by the management word itself. Knowledge, 42 times, 6% has been occupied by the knowledge word itself. Right? Word frequency over the time, by the time, when the time elapses, how the word frequency has been used. You can see here, those words, team, firm, management, everything has been given, knowledge. Now again, let me double click on here to see whether the single graph is visible or not. देखो अभी इसमें visible नहीं है. कभी कभी हो जाता है, कभी नहीं होता है. Even I am confused that when it is getting shown and when it is not getting shown. Right. Surprising. देखो अभी नहीं हो रहा है ना. तो सॉफ्टवेयर के ऐसे छोटे मोटे इश्यू आते हैं हमेशा. Trending topic, which are topics which are trending a lot. See here, these topics, the larger the globe is, the darker it is, the more is having the impact, right? You can do a trend analysis based on it. Clustering. I'll go a little bit faster. Cluster by coupling. Now, ये cluster by coupling और नीचे का field है ना, this is not available into the Vox viewer. It is available into the R only. And that's the reason from day one I am saying that better to have a hands-on on the R only. right? हैंग क्यों हो रहा है? Core citations network. See, complete graph has been given density wise. If you want to have it, then you can have it like this also. Tabular wise, it will be like this. Degree plot, it will be like this. You can utilize it into your paper. Then thematic evolution and other things are also there. You can just have it. कहाँ गया thematic evolution का? नीचे ही था. ये रहा thematic map, thematic evolution. That also you can get it directly from here. Qualitative analysis purpose, this is going to be used. Sanjay ji, you have done a research into the qualitative analysis, right? Right now you have written one paper and you submitted to some particular journal, right?
Right.
Okay. So for that particular theme creation, you can use it. Core citations network, histograph. ऊपर एक factorial analysis भी गया अभी. Factorial analysis is being used for what particular purpose? To identify the relationship between the keywords and the broader research area. For that particular purpose, the factorial analysis will be used. Histograph क्यों create नहीं हुआ? Okay, let me click on here. See, here is the histograph. Often involves the analyzing of the evolution of the interpretation of the past events and development of the historical thoughts over the time. किस तरह से समय जाते जाते thoughts develop हुए हैं, and all these things will be given. Now for each topic, guys, you'll have to be a little bit into in depth. You'll have to try to go into in depth. But with the use of this Bib AI, probably you'll be able to get the insight very clearly